This video documents day 2 of our 5-day John Deere's Malt Whisky Distilleries tour. Following the previous evening's whisky tasting and general merriment, the morning's camp dismantling was a little subdued. I've always said that getting a few miles in your bike is a nice way to get rid of the cobwebs. After a few miles on minor roads, we climbed up through a forest and some nice gravel and into a wind farm. We are raising money for SAMH, the Scottish Association for Mental Health. We're currently £170 short of our 5k target, which Bacardi have promised to match. If you could help us to reach our goal, we'd be much obliged, and many thanks to everyone who has already donated. I've included a link in the video description. Oh, Johnny, stunt man! You alright, big chap? My hand here. The cleat never came out? I then get the drone up for some aerial footage. After a very enjoyable 15 miles, we arrived at our first stop for the day.
So it's just arrived at the Craigellachie distillery, and next to me here is Kirsty, the supervisor of the distillery. Kirsty, how long have you been here?
I've been here as a supervisor for, it'll be 9 years next month.
And how old is the distillery?
It was built in 1891.
And Craigellachie, what do you say about the malt?
Well, obviously I'm going to tell you it's the best one in the group. We've got all the different age expressions, the youngest being 13 years old, and it's known in amongst the group as the bad boy Speyside, the heavy sulphur notes and tropical fruit flavours.
Sounds lovely.
Oh, fantastic.
Sounds lovely.
So next stop is Royal Brackla. So we'll catch you there.
So we've just come across the Thomas Telford Bridge, which was used up until about 1976 before the main road bridge was built. That section of the road was built in about 1985-86, where there used to be a really bad junction just down below the distillery next to Craigellachie Hotel, where the lorries and everything are about 180 degree turn on them to get back up onto the road to go towards Dufton.
We had grabbed some lunch in Craigellachie and were then joined by Carol and her partner Andy for our leg to Royal Brackla. It's always nice to have a local guide to assist with the directions. We rode through some lovely picturesque little villages on our way to Cora. This is us on the Davil Way now, heading down towards kind of Granton and Spey direction.
Yup, anyway.
Keep on grappling.
After our efforts, we felt we'd more than earned a cold beer in the Codder Arms. This was followed by an impromptu sprint to the Royal Brackla filling store. Royal Brackla is a lovely distillery, and many thanks to Carol, the distillery manager, who arranged for us to sleep in the old filling store. This was fantastic as it absolutely chucked it down raining that night, so we were very grateful. Unfortunately, Carol couldn't do anything about the snoring, and it was a little bit like trying to get to sleep in the Serengeti.
Okay gents, long day on the bikes today, and we finished for the day now, so we're going to start with Royal Brackla 12-year-old, our bed for the night, in the wonderful filling store here at Royal Brackla. This has just been re-released, it's 46% ABV, and we talked last night about chill filtering and colouring, so that amazing colour is all totally natural, there's no caramel added, and it's it's a really kind of natural style of whiskey. The chill filtering takes out some of the kind of mouthfeel and stuff like that as well. So Brackla's a really lovely distillery. They do quite a long fermentation, they're very cool stills, and they get this really rich character which we try to enhance with the sherry barrels. So this is Hanora Rosso sherry, which is the kind of classic sherry that they use with whiskey, and it should give you loads of really nice rich chocolate and Christmas cake flavours. Lots of raisins, lots of nuts and things like that as well. It's just a really nice big, bold, powerful whiskey. But if you want to add a bit of water, that will open it up a little bit more, release the serpent, as some people like to say. It's a really good reward for a hot level bites.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Slange.
Cheers, everybody.